Good morning everybody. I have just completed my second week on Mounjaro and it is jab day. Woohoo! So I'm just gonna talk to you and get on with my jab this time because I don't think you need a sort of walkthrough of what I'm doing because I've now walked through it twice. So I'm just going to talk and jab at the same time. How has my week been? My week has been really good. I've had really good suppression most of the week, only faltered once or twice. I did have a day where I felt absolutely shocking. It was really bad, but I think that I felt so bad that day because the day before, well, the suppression was still there, so I wasn't just going to go crazy, but I decided I wanted to eat something more comfort foody rather than something healthy. And I had some wraps and I had, well, no vegetables, no salad, no greens, no fruit. I just had, it was a beige day basically, and I think that that really triggered me because the next morning I had really bad stomach ache and I was like, felt sick, and I think it was because I'd eaten the wrong stuff. By the mid-morning it was all gone, but you know when you wake up and you're like, oh, I feel really rubbish today. Could have been that, or it could have been that I was due my period, which also makes me feel a bit rubbish. And that was on Wednesday and it did just subside, but the suppression has still been really good. I went to Yorkshire Agricultural Show this week and the stand where we was on, I was working there, and the stand we were on, and there was loads of cake all day, cake, sausage rolls, and I didn't eat a single one of them, which is just not me. It's not what I would have done. I would have had cake after cake after cake after cake. I didn't need any of them. Another momentous part of the week was we went out for my niece's 16th birthday on Tuesday. We didn't go out for tea, we just went out bowling, and afterwards there was cake and I didn't have any cake and it didn't bother me. I didn't need the cake and there was nothing appetizing about the cake, so that was really, really good. Yeah, so this week I've avoided cake and I've avoided more cake and I've avoided sausage rolls. I have had, yesterday was quite hard, yesterday being Thursday, being my last day before jab day, that was quite hard, yeah, but I expected that and I feel like I was maybe a little bit more mentally prepared for it. I've heard other people talking about how it gets, the suppression goes nearer the end of the week because it is, I believe, a 5-day active drug. So the first 5 days is when you get your best, but I've heard them say it's almost a bit of a challenge for those last 2 days to just the challenge to themselves. You're going to try and fight the lack of suppression and fight the food noise in those last 2 days. And actually this week I don't think it's been too bad really. I'm going to go for my tummy again because tummy seems to work. As a summary, I've had no side effects, I've had good suppression, so now I'm sat thinking, because this is week 3 of my 4 doses, so now I'm sat thinking, what am I going to do for reordering, because I've got 1 more week and then I'm going to need to reorder it. I don't know whether the government's announcement this week that they're going to make it more difficult to get hold of, or that the pharmacies are going to have to do a more detailed consultation. I don't know whether that's going to affect me, so I might get on and order it this week, see whether I can get it so that I know I've got it. But then I've got to decide, am I gonna go up to the 5 milligrams, because you start for 4 weeks on 2.5 milligrams and then you do the next 4 weeks on 5 milligrams, but I don't know whether Lloyd's will let me stay on the 2.5 milligrams because I have seen people who stay on the 2.5 milligrams for longer term, and I'm still getting the good suppression and the good removal of food noise. I'm not getting any bad side effects. So part of me thinks like maybe I could just stay on the 2.5 for another 4 weeks and see how we get on. If the food noise does start coming back, then I could think about going up to 5. So I'm going to think about that this week and sort of see whether I can maybe stay on 2.5, because it is working. I've had 2 really good weeks, but then I also see people who get to their 3rd week and things are different. So I think we'll just judge how this week goes on and look at the middle of next week about me getting some more ordered and maybe staying on 2.5 or going up to 5. I've also got to decide what I'm going to do about Slimming World. So I am a member of Slimming World and have been on and off for the last 10 years, and all my time of trying to diet. It's the only diet that has ever worked for me. I know for Mounjaro to work, I have to live in a calorie deficit. And I have tried calorie counting before and not been very good at it, like not at all. I just can't record it. I can't bring myself to record things properly. I just get busy, or I forget, or I can't be bothered. I'm a bit lazy, so it just doesn't work for me. So I've always done Slimming World, and I don't follow Slimming World's plan because I don't count. I don't want to count what I'm eating, but I do like Slimming World. One, because I like going to group for the accountability. I also like the motivation that the group gives you, getting the little certificates. My consultant is a really good consultant. She's really kind and she's really encouraging. And 3, it does tell you what are the general good foods, the foods that you can eat more of, and it tells you what you can't, and you sort of pick up on things that what they count as a high sin value is stuff that's not really good for you. So I don't want to calorie count because I can't. I don't want to follow a sin value because I can't, but I need to have a general awareness of what I can eat and what I can't eat, and just try and reduce my portion sizes and make good choices so that I'm always eating. A third of my plate is fruit, vegetables, something healthy, and the rest is, and there's not too much carbohydrates on there and things like that. So the good food choices, but I can't do it strict. I don't want to have to record. I've got not enough energy or time in a day to sit and work out what I've eaten. So you'll never see me be one of these people like, oh, this is the calories I ate today. No, that's not going to be me. It's just not. And I'm 36 and I've never been, and I've been dieting for 10 years and I've never been able to do that. I mean, I might be able to do it if I can keep it up for like 1 day, maybe 2, and then you lose it, don't you? So that's just not going to happen for me. But I joined Slimming World again in January. I'm a yo-yo member of Slimming World, back and forth. You start putting the weight back on and then you stop going. But I joined in January and I bought myself a 6-week countdown, and next week is my last week of my 6-week countdown. So it's whether I continue going to Slimming World or whether I don't. Part of me feels like I need that accountability to go and physically get weighed every week. And I feel like Mounjaro is really helping me. It is making things easier to do, but I'm still having to work really hard and think carefully about what I eat. I'm not just not eating, I'm still hungry, so I'm still eating food. So I feel like it's fun. It's hard because Slimming World costs money, Mounjaro costs money. In fact, the whole thing is costing me a fortune, but I want to kind of throw everything at it. I really want to lose the weight, so I just throw everything at it. I don't know. I have told my Slimming World consultant that I am on Mounjaro. I don't mention it in group. If you've never been to a Slimming World group, you get weighed, and then if you stay, usually the consultant goes around, talks to each one of you, talks about what you've lost, or if you haven't lost, or if you've gained, and asks if they can help. And we try to share food ideas, and we share tips and motivation and just general support of each other, because everyone in that room is in the same position. Nobody is there and is able to lose weight easily. Nobody is there. So, but I've mentioned to her, but I don't mention it in group because there's people there who are really struggling with the food noise and everything, you know, as normal, and it's not the ethos of Slimming World isn't to go and do weight loss medication. So I don't think they would want it promoting in their business, but I do still like going, and I do still like being accountable, and the nice women that are there, and it's a nice Tuesday evening that I do on a Tuesday. I've got two big decisions really in the next week, is to decide whether I'm going to continue with Slimming World and whether I'm going to go up onto 5 milligrams or stay on 2.5 milligrams for another 4 weeks. At the minute, I think I'm going to stay on 2.5 milligrams for another 4 weeks, if I can, if Lloyds will let me. And I think I'm going to probably stay at Slimming World maybe for another 6 weeks, because I really want to solidify this. I really want to I just want to lose that weight. I just want to be skinny. I'm dreaming about that summer where I'm going to go ride my ponies, because I'm too fat to ride my ponies at the minute, but when I'm going to go ride my ponies, I'm going to be able to run around with the kids. I'm going to get up and dance with them when we go on holiday. I'm not going to be out of breath all the time. My knees aren't going to hurt as much, and I'm just going to have a brilliant summer and be the young 36-year-old that I am, and not feel like an old 60-year-old who can't do things. I want to be able to wear nice clothes and not just wear my usual hoodie, leggings. I just don't want to be fat anymore. And on that note, we'll talk about what I have lost this week. So I weighed in at 16 stone 13, and I really wanted to solidify it down into the 16 stone bracket. Now it's not as big a loss as I had on my first week. I have lost another 2 pounds, so I am 16 stone and 11 pounds. I did teeter on 16 stone 10 pounds earlier on, a couple of days ago, but it obviously fluctuates day to day, and you can't help that. But I'm pleased, I'm really pleased. It's going in the right direction. They say a good weight loss is 2 pounds a week, and it can feel like you want it to go faster. You feel like you want to lose it really quick, and I would, yeah, if I could lose 8 pounds every week, I'd be at my target in like 2 months. But that's not realistic, that's not normal. To do that, I would have to starve myself, and I don't want to starve myself. I want healthy habits. I also want to think about what's going to come after Mounjaro, because this is brilliant, but there's going to be the afterwards when I get there, and I want to have formed really healthy eating habits so it just becomes natural. So that's where we're at. I'll be back next week to give you an update of where we're at after week 3 and what decisions I've made on my Slimming World and my prescription amount. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.